Well, when I was playing Billy Elliot in the West End, it was an experience that really took over my life. I was very lucky to have been given that opportunity, and through working with some incredible talent on that job, it kind of showed me that I really wanted to be an actor, and it also opened some fantastic doors for me into the industry, and not only in theatre but in film. In this film that I'm shooting at the moment, we've got a massive cast. We've got Chris Hemsworth, Cillian Murphy, Ben Walker, a huge cast of just incredible talent. And as soon as I saw these names, it was like, please, can I have this job? I really want to work on it. And yeah, it was an easy decision. There was no sort of like, oh, should I do it or should I stay at school? Like, just as soon as the contract came through, it was like, sign off, let's do this.
I'm Ray Panthaki, and I'm an actor and producer. Didn't really expect anything, to be honest. I was actually in the cinema and I saw this number come up on my phone, and I was like, is that important enough for me to leave the film and answer it? And then I just thought, no. Came out of the cinema and it rang again. And it was a very lovely voice on the other end saying, hi Ray, it's Claire from BAFTA. And then suddenly I was like, hello? I was literally like, yeah. Didn't know what to say. Like this interview. I suppose someone that kind of reflects what I am as a filmmaker in terms of kind of not just wanting to be pigeonholed into one box of filmmaking, i.e. actor, producer, writer, director. I suppose the person I most admire that does that is George Clooney. And if anyone's going to be able to get me to meet him, it's going to be BAFTA, right? There's one film that's always inspired me as a filmmaker, and I always refer back to it because it was when I first watched this film, it kind of made me realise that I want to be more than an actor, and I want to kind of open up my creativity into other aspects of filmmaking, and that was the French movie La Haine, because when I saw that, it kind of just everything about it blew me away.
My name is Letitia Wright and I'm an actress. At 12 to 15 I was just doing it for fun and just keeping myself busy. At 15 I really just decided that that's what I wanted to do. The love for it came. What I love most about my job as an actress is the fact that you're able to escape into another story, another character, another world, and that's exciting. Striving to get the truth of that so that someone else at home can be able to watch it and be like, whoa, that really did something for me. And that's kind of what I strive to do, and that's why I love what I do.
I'm Florence Pugh and I'm an actor. I've never been very good at chemistry or maths or French or any of that, so drama and music was kind of my safety. It was like the thing that I know I'm good at, and if there's a stage, I can do it. The if or but was how I was going to get into the industry, but I knew that was going to be a long and grueling process, and that was going to happen later on. That plan got completely screwed up because I did an audition. And it was my first audition, and it was just a tape that basically said who you are, what you do, you know, what your hobbies are when I was 17. And I handed it in to Carol Morley for The Falling, and I ended up getting the job, which was a wonderful catapult into the knowledge of film and the knowledge of the industry. I had a very safe zone there of learning how things worked. I don't know what's going to happen on the journey. I think that's the wonderful thing about this career, and anyone's career in this industry, is no one knows. You get given opportunities and you ride them out and see which ones work, but the BAFTA Breakthrough Brit just gives you that little niche of being like, yeah, you're going in the right direction, and what a lovely present.
I'm Ruth Madeley and I'm an actor. My first lead role was aired on BBC 3, and it was a factual drama called Don't Take My Baby, and that was about a young couple, one who had a progressive degenerative eye condition, and the girl was a wheelchair user, and they had a baby, and it was about social services involvement and whether or not they get to keep the baby due to their disabilities. That was the most incredible opportunity of my life, and it went on to win the BAFTA this year for Best Single Drama, and I was nominated as Best Actress for it. Crazy. I actually came about this career in a really backwards way, I guess. I studied scriptwriting at university, so I was always behind the scenes working on the actual story. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time when BBC needed a wheelchair user for a particular scene. So yeah, my disability gave me the best best opportunity of my entire life.
Hi, I'm Daisy May Cooper and I'm an actress and writer on This Country.
And I'm Charlie Cooper and I'm the same.
I started doing a bit of stand-up, which was absolutely dreadful and appalling and nobody ever laughed. And then from that I got the confidence to apply for drama school and went to RADA for 3 years. And then you kind of got into it because...
Yeah, sort of an accident really. She started writing something which ended up being This Country. At first I was just meant to sort of help type it, but then sort of gradually got more involved. Became, co-writer and then ended up being in it as well. We grew up in a small market town in the Cotswolds. Basically the whole show is just based on our sort of experiences living there and growing up there. A lot of characters were based on people who sort of went to school with.
Yeah, I mean we're quite similar to the characters anyway because we're both a couple of
Idiots.
lummox, yeah.
Well, my favourite episode, Oven Space. We had sort of quite a tight budget, so our producer Simon was like, "You've got to write an episode. It's just 2 of you in one room."
Oven Space was actually based on an argument we had about oven space.
What are you doing, you big O?
Mine takes longer to cook, Kurt. This is going to be my best offer. I suggest what we do is cut the pizza in half.
We can't do that. No, sorry.
Why?
Because I eat my pizza from the inside out, right? If you cut it in half, yeah, there's no inside to eat it out from. I don't use the basic size system, Kev, which is why I get so fussy at Pizza Hut.
And we were rolling around, fighting on the floor.
Yeah, we're about 26.
Screaming at each other.
26 and 29.
Yeah.
So.
Mum had to sort of break it up.
I'm not joking.
We like our food, don't we?
Yeah.
We're very aggressive about it.
My name's Jessie Buckley and I'm an actress. My mom was a harpist, so we grew up around lots of music and writing and stuff, so I was always interested in kind of being part of theatre mostly. To be involved in a collective creative vision is what I love. The collaboration and being on set and everybody in that room is crucial to making half a millisecond of magic on film. Recently, a film which I shot last year called Beast has come out. It was a script that I read and had such a guttural reaction to and just had to be part of it and was terrified of the story and worked really, really hard to tell as human and raw and thought-provoking story that the script had given. For me, the biggest challenge and what I really fought to kind of find was that this character exists on such a pure, raw, animalistic level. She's an outcast in a very conservative world where people are so hemmed in by the moral strictures of life. And I wanted to feel that she lived on a very thin frame of danger, of trying to belong to one and knowing that she belongs to another. I really want to collaborate with new up-and-coming creatives in all different departments. I feel like storytelling can only be evolved by a collective of different visions trying to make something provocative in a new way of storytelling.
I'm Josh O'Connor and I'm an actor. I guess my career started like 6-7 years ago when I left drama school. But I think I wanted to do it when I was 16, 17 and kind of realised at school that I didn't have a world of options beyond acting. That was what I was going to do, and it's always going to be that job. For me, it's always about trying to find characters that have really interesting arcs. And Johnny Saxby in God's Own Country, the world that he inhabits, the lifestyle he leads, is so far removed from me that I just kind of loved playing him. And I think it's really rare for actors to get to kind of transform themselves. So that was really important to me, to be able to do that in my career at some point. And to do it now is unbelievable. That's what I always seek, is like really great narrative, but characters that are nowhere near from Josh.
My name's Papa Itsiadu and I'm an actor. I didn't kind of grow up doing acting. I didn't grow up like going to youth theatres or even in theatre at all. I always loved TV and I loved film, so I loved that kind of like medium of storytelling. I did National Youth Theatre when I was 18, and being surrounded by people that were passionate about acting and about plays and stories and that kind of stuff was something I hadn't experienced before. That was the kind of like in towards that, going from that to drama school, and going from drama school to working in theatre and then TV and film. Well, I mean, there's lots of projects that I'm proud of that I've been involved in. the Channel 4 series called Carrie this year, starring Sarah Lancashire, Leah Williams, Lucy Mounsmarty. That was an amazing opportunity to kind of take on a story that had a political resonance as well. It investigated issues with class, issues with race, issues with government, social care, you know, as well as being like a really exciting kind of story. Always on the first day of a project, I'm like, why have I done this? Do you know what I mean? I'm never gonna be able to make this work. But I think it's that kind of striving for something that's always difficult, or something that isn't set in stone, something that can challenge, something that can ask questions. That really excites me.
I'm Niamh Algar, I'm an actor, and I'm a breakthrough Brit. My introduction to acting was probably making little short sketches and movies when I was a kid. I'm like the youngest of 5, so I took it upon myself to entertain and make my siblings and my family laugh. I suppose I'm drawn to filmmakers who don't shy away from portraying the truth in the most kind of honest and gritty way, where it's not airbrushed. It felt, and not in an arrogant way, but it felt really right when I was involved in the Virtues, because I think it's because when I was growing up and when I was really focusing in and studying acting, I just watched all his movies all the time. I played the character called Dina. She's a bit of a troubled character with like a checkered past. The first day on set, where Dina is introduced into the story, I remember I like read the script and I was like, that's the coolest way for a character to be introduced into a television series, where literally comes in with a bang. What is so interesting about this industry is that people come into it with such a diverse background. No one has gotten where they are. There's no two people that would kind of got into acting or got directing the same way, and I think that's what it is. It's just like a collaboration of creative misfits who have all just decided to tell stories.